This video will explore the 4 elements of charismatic leadership: idealized influence, inspirational motivation, intellectual stimulation, and individualized consideration. We will also make references to the leaders at Enron throughout the presentation to help illustrate our argument.
Weber defines charisma as an extraordinary human quality. It is a supernatural and superhuman virtue which an ordinary person cannot access. Powerful and great leaders are often associated with the term charisma. Charismatic leadership is a type of leadership where the leader's authority is derived from their charisma.
Ultimately, this is charismatic leadership, a deeply entrenched commitment to the charismatic leader. Followers idealize the objectives that this leader outlines. The CEO, Jeff Skillings, created a cultivating over-the-top culture where senior leaders would stand up and dramatically present themselves in a theatrical manner.
The top executives lived ostentatiously, which demonstrated to their employees that one day they could also achieve this if they achieved company objectives and embraced their values. Maccabee suggests that many charismatic leaders are narcissists. One example is that they may be prone to attributing negative outcomes to external causes.
For example, referring to the Enron video, Skilling stated that when there was a negative article about them, it was because there was a positive article about them in another paper the week before and they had to compete.
This is summarized as a high commitment by followers, transforming their personal beliefs and values. Inspirational motivation refers to the leader's ability to inspire confidence, motivation, and a sense of purpose in his followers.
The ultimate goal was to become the world's leading business. Their leadership motivated followers to carry out practices that would ensure financial gains even if they were unethical. They used a mark-to-market accounting system and hypothetical future value system to achieve this.
Charismatic leaders state that their vision constitutes an inspirational new paradigm. The vision the leader conveys helps followers to see the big picture and succeed in their efforts. We can link this to Enron as they said their company was new, unique, and revolutionary. The followers are dazzled by such a compelling vision that they're immunized against doubt.
At Enron, employees were told that if they achieved company goals, they would achieve unimaginable wealth as they were lucky enough to work for Enron. This frequently led to hubris. Having extraordinary goals encourages employees to regard their group as being particularly special as they have a sense of privilege among those who belong.
The constant message that Enron employees received was that they were the brightest and best and greatly favoured to be selected to work there. They were given the evangelical mission of changing how business conducted itself in the world. Their sense of who they were became indistinguishable from the corporate environment and the leaders' followers.
Charismatic leaders recognize the different needs and desires of their followers and provide opportunities and customized training sessions for each follower so they become fulfilled in their positions. In some recruitment processes, the potential followers are showered with attention and promises so that hopefully they meet their needs and desires, meaning they will follow the leader and join the business.
A process called love bombing is used, where the candidate is exposed to powerful messages from the leader, which results in the candidate becoming very vulnerable to the leader's message, making them want to join the business.
At Enron, recruiters set up Super Saturdays, which were long and emotionally intense interviewing sessions. Candidates would be interviewed by up to 8 different members of staff. They would hear countless stories about Enron and its vision, leading candidates wanting to be a part of Enron.
Organizational cultures consist of cognitive systems explaining how people think, reason, and make decisions. Enron had an extremely intense organizational culture. The senior executives would go on wild adventures where the stories would become legend within Enron and reinforce their macho culture.
The rank-and-yank system within Enron created a cutthroat culture. It pitted employees against each other. There was a strong incentive to give each other poor evaluations while seeking more positive evaluations for yourself. Employees received mixed messages that they were the best and brightest whilst also having the possibility.
It was therefore courageous of Watkins to be the whistleblower in the company and go against the organizational norms to make the public aware of the company's discretion.
Ultimately, charismatic leadership does have the ability to transform individual personal beliefs, as demonstrated by the Enron example. However, there is an extent to how the long-term success of this can be. This style of leadership does definitely make change happen quickly, but whether this is sustainable for the long term is questionable.
Created using Powtoon.